Hey Microsoft, you soulless pieces of you're supposed to lower the Xbox prices when it doesn't sell well, not raise them. And I know what you're thinking, April Fool's was last month. No, hit the like button because begun the Clone Wars have. The day of reckoning has begun. You have two choices, fellow traveler. You can attack your backlog because the age of the backlog might be beginning, or you can go and find wherever Johnny Depp is and look for more pirates because you own nothing and be happy if all these mega corpos had their way. This is actually insane. See, Microsoft is walking through the $80 door that Nintendo opened. So now get ready for the $120 GTA 6 incoming. Now, this might actually be the first time, maybe you can let me know in the comments, in history where a console price has gone up after launch. I mean, remember when a console was out for a few years and then the price went down? Not up. I mean, look, don't you love the level of winning we have in the gaming industry? We are experiencing the opportunity to pay even more for products that have already been on the shelves for multiple years. How did we go from consoles get cheaper throughout the generation to consoles just stay at their regular prices with maybe the occasional $50 discount to where we are today, which is consoles increase in price throughout the generation? Yikes. I mean, we are talking about a 5-year-old console going up in price. What the f is going on? See, the Xbox Series S, this incredibly unoptimized console, is going up from $349 to $429. Series X Digital is going up from $449 to $549. And then the base Xbox Series X is going up from $500 to $600. And my favorite, the Xbox Series X 2 terabyte, wow, 2 terabytes Galaxy Special Edition is going up from $500 to $730. I mean, that is more than a PS5 Pro. The reason why I find this insane is that with how poorly their hardware is doing in the current market, I mean, we are talking the PS5, the base PS5 has sold 74 million units, and the Series S and X has only sold 32 million units. That's more than twice as less. You'd think that would mean, you know what, let's lower the prices and get the hardware into more people's hands. No, that's too logical. See, in the last 12 months, the PS5 has outsold the Xbox X and S by 14 million units. The irony in charging $720 or whatever it is for the Xbox Series X, because I wouldn't even spend $100 on that garbage. Since everything is coming on PC, there's literally no reason to have a dumb Xbox console. I mean, these people have no idea what they're doing with hardware, and by the way, you Sony fanboys, trust me, Sony is next. Their greed holds no bounds, so imagine, by the way, charging $100 more on your hardware, Microsoft, on an Xbox when it's said to be struggling. That is insanely brain dead. It's already a tough sell to get people to buy into your hardware anyway. So pulling this kind of thing is going to make people more disgusted in your behavior. I can just see it now. Phil Spencer telling his daddies over at Microsoft, hey boss, we're selling fewer and fewer consoles every quarter, and we're almost 5 years into this console generation. What can we do? Maybe we can release a lower price slim model or release a higher end pro model. No, forget all that nonsense, Philly boy. Let's just slap an additional $100 to the price of an existing 5-year-old console. That should do it. That's gonna make everybody a fan of ours. Now, the doozy is, of course, the 2 terabyte Series X, which is $720. I almost fell out of my chair when I saw that price. Some of the new Xbox games are moving from $70 to $80 this holiday, in a move that matches the more expensive pricing of Nintendo's top Switch 2 games. The Xbox Game Pass pricing will remain the same though, not for long, that I can tell ya. Now, all of these companies are basically in it together. All of us mature adults can see this, but the fanboys think it's Xbox versus PlayStation versus Nintendo, spending every moment of their social media lives fighting a plastic war, not realizing that in reality, it's all of them against the consumer. I remember all the little Xbox fanboys that were saying, oh my god, Microsoft is just so pro-consumer. Guess what? That was short-lived, wasn't it? Maybe some of these morons will stop doing that and start fighting for the consumer now. You know, I might be naive, but I thought the $70 era lasted less than even I thought. You know, maybe the $80 games means no more monetization like microtransactions or day one DLC. Wait, what the am I talking about? It absolutely will. You know Ubisoft will be cooking up some diabolical spammy ads in the next edition of Arse Creed. I said this before and I'll say it again. I'm not paying $80 at any point ever for any game on any platform. I'm either gonna wait for the game to go down or play something else in my backlog. The price rise comes amid uncertainty over the Trump tariffs, and just a day after Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella revealed that Microsoft ended the quarter as the top publisher by pre-orders and pre-installs on both the Xbox and PlayStation Store during the company's quarter-3 fiscal earnings call. Microsoft also saw PC Game Pass revenue increase by 45% year over year. Look, we'll either accept the price increase or fight back. Nintendo caught a lot of for the $80 games, but I tell you what, I was the first to ring the bell on that and say that was wrong. And made sure everybody knew how much bullshit that was, and this is just as bad. Sure, you'll always have the fanatical fans, like for Nintendo, who will gobble up any and everything they do. Or for the people who are well off who think $80 isn't a big deal. But we are basically going into a recession with a whole lot of products. Forget about gaming for a second. What about essential goods that are creeping out of the affordability range for a lot of people? It's incredibly presumptuous to expect people to still go along with this nonsense when they still need to buy food and clothes and pay their rent. Look at the bigger picture, you dickheads. Well, I guess it's welcome to the $70 to $80 premium era of gaming. You know what? I can't even blame these big companies, really. I blame the people who keep bending over and picking up the soap time after time. I can't even really say that demand has anything to do with it at this point. The companies know that people will keep paying and paying no matter what, and that's really pathetic. And on that bombshell, for me, the more games that come out that cost more, I start to think about each purchase more and end up spending less overall. So you dumb corpos, you end up getting less from me over time. Let me know what you think in the comments. Manix out.